In this video, we're going to work together to answer question 33. I will guide you through each recommended step and then allow you time to complete it before we continue. Working through the steps will take longer than the time available to you during the listening test, and you are unable to pause the audio on test day, which we will do in this video. To better understand the skills and strategies that will help you improve your listening score though, it's worth going through these steps. In subsequent videos, I will reduce the amount of support so you are close to completing each question in real time. If you split the 90 seconds reading time equally between the 6 questions, that amounts to 15 seconds each. For this first question, working together, I'm going to be a bit more generous to help you develop your skills. So, take 10 seconds to read question 33 and decide what you think is the main focus of the question. You might find it helpful to rephrase the question into a complete one, starting with why. All 6 questions are about the speaker, Dr. Everall, and his opinions on the topic of the presentation, cholesterol, so we can ignore this from the question. The focus is on patient reluctance towards the dangers, which we could rephrase as, why are some patients reluctant to engage with the dangers? Now take 15 seconds to look at the 3 answer options and try to pick out a keyword or a couple of keywords that act as the main point of difference between each one. To get you started, I would say the keyword in A is available. Now you do this for options B and C. Did you choose these words? Social groups for B and symptoms for C? I'm now going to play the next sentence of the Part C audio, and I want you to notice which of the question words are said.
But patients can be reluctant to engage with the issue of cholesterol.
You should have heard patients reluctant to engage with cholesterol. The speaker used a different word for dangers, which was issues. Now listen to the next sentence for evidence of one of the answer options to either prove it's correct or wrong.
As we know, when it comes to treatment, early intervention is key, but patients don't always see this.
This sentence is still giving the context of the point the presenter wants to make, so there's nothing particular focusing on any of the answer options. Now do the same with the next sentence.
One thing they find hard to grasp is that although they feel perfectly fit and healthy, high cholesterol can be building up inside blood vessel walls, narrowing them and reducing blood flow to the heart and brain, thereby increasing the risk of cardiovascular problems.
This sentence is longer. You heard the presenter say patients feel fit and healthy, but high cholesterol can be building up. This is evidence for one of the answer options, and hopefully you've noticed it was option C. But let's listen to the next sentence, as it's important to listen to the whole section and not switch off when we think we might have heard the answer.
That's why it's imperative for those in high-risk groups, essentially men over 45 and women over 55, to have regular blood tests to measure not just the total amount of cholesterol in the blood, but also levels of HDL, LDL and triglycerides, a fatty substance similar to bad cholesterol.
This sentence covers social groups and tests, which link to options A and B. But if you were looking at the options while you were listening, you should have noticed that this sentence isn't a good match for either of them, as it doesn't mention whether the tests are available or not, just that those in high-risk groups should have them. And the social groups of men over 45 and women over 55 are mentioned, but nothing is said about whether patients know these are the high-risk groups or not. Let's listen to the next sentence.
and preventive medicine has a key role to play here.
If you've made good use of the reading time before the audio starts, you will have recognised that this sentence is the introduction to question 34, which focuses on preventative medicine. Now we've heard the whole of the audio for this question, take 5 seconds to choose your final answer for question 33. Hopefully you chose C. The presenter clearly says that patients find it hard to grasp, which links to the question words reluctant to engage, and says that although they can feel fit and healthy, high cholesterol is building up, which matches option C, no noticeable symptoms and gradual accumulation.